Good morning YouTube. It's a nice sunny day here in southeast England. I've got the day off today, so I'm going to make a start on getting everything ready to prime my 3D printed Kylo Ren lightsaber. So I've got all the pieces here. As you can see, there's 6 of them in total, and what I'm going to do first is glue everything together. I've got Tamiya plastic cement and some Gorilla super glue, so I'm going to glue all the bits together with the ultimate view of trying to get some primer on today so that it'll be nice and dry hopefully over the next day or so. So obviously with primer the key is to get sure that you've got a nice even slow coat on everything, and then while most primers will be sort of touch dry within an hour or so, it's important to let everything sit for a good sort of 24 hours to try and cure, so that it's nice and solid, and you don't want to be touching the stuff and have anything come off in your hands. So more on that later, but firstly let's get everything glued together and see how the lightsaber looks. So here we have it, folks. After a good sort of 20 minutes or so of sticking bits and pieces together, we now have one glued together Kylo Ren lightsaber hilt. I've got a bit of marking here from the super glue drying, but that's okay, the primer will cover that up. But yeah, it's really high quality item. Simon over at Retrogema has done an amazing job with all of these. There's a new version of the lightsabers produced. It's on version 4 I believe now, which has just come off the production line, so if you think this is good, the latest one is even better than that. But yeah, on to the primer stage next. So just a quick review of what I used. I used my trusty Gorilla super glue gel, very good stuff. And for a bit of the detail pieces, just to sort of stick the nice edges together, I used the Tamiya cement. This is the thick stuff. I normally use the thin for the other models I do, but this is a pretty large item, so that's okay. And then to give the super glue added drying time, make it work a little bit better because it's not overly warm here in Buckinghamshire, I used some kicker just to glue everything together. Next I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum surface primer, so remember to use gloves, and if you're going to do this inside, which I really wouldn't recommend, use a breathing mask. But yeah, that's coming up next, so let's see how we get on. Well folks, there we go. We've had a coat of primer on now. It's looking pretty good. It's touch dry, but as I mentioned, it's important to leave these primer coats a good sort of 24 hours at least before you even think about doing anything else with them. There's a few little spots here and there where some of the primers run, just where it's been standing up vertically. You can sort of see here, hopefully. You can see here a bit more, some of the primers run, but that won't take too much to clean up, just with a bit of light sanding. But no, it's looking really good. Really impressed with it so far. So yeah, I'm going to leave this for a good day or so, maybe even a couple more, just to sort itself out, get nice and rock hard, and then we'll go from there. So yes, Kylo lightsaber coming along very well. Right then folks, here we are a few days later. The primer worked really well, and I sprayed the hilt with a aluminium metal paint, which is now touch dry, so I'm going to leave it for another 5 or 7 days as per the instructions. But overall I'm really pleased with the results. It does actually stink to high heaven, so all the metal paint is percolating through the house, which is fantastic, so it's going to have to go in the garage. But at first glance it's looking really well. I'm really pleased with the way it's all turned out, and the details looking really good. So the next phase is to add a bit of detail painting, namely in here. These pieces here, these protrusions, need to have brass or gold paint, and then there's this clip here which needs to be gold, and then a few more bits and pieces of the details sort of inside the cross guard emitters here, and then of course the main protrusion where the main blade comes out. But that won't take too much effort to do. And then all the next thing to do is the fun stuff, which is all the mucky detailing and all the weathering. So looking forward to getting stuck into that. So yeah, really pleased. and then after that, basically need to put in the red wire that goes along here. The 3D printing is really good job. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it through here, but they're actually hollow holes, which is quite good. Wasn't expecting it to be there. You can see in there. Not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's looking good. Yes, so really pleased with it, and yeah, it's coming along really well. That's all for now. Please subscribe today for regular Star Wars updates from the upcoming movies and the Rebels TV show. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.